Okay. If you don't have the two pillows, you can always come back to constructive rest, right? So knees together. But here, just kick the legs over the soft pillows. I'm going to use my towel just for my head. I want my spine to feel totally supported on the mat. Today, our focus is going to be opening up through the side body, lengthening, and making all the spinal movements we should make each and every day. So in a gentle way, right? So just let the knees feel supported. Support the head, support the shoulders, whatever you need. A hand to the belly, a hand to the heart. And here we just let ourselves arrive. Let the mind chatter kind of filter down to the mat. Let the weight of not only the physical body, but the mental and emotional body filter. And then just enjoy a couple quiet, deep breaths. Notice if you're clenching through those knees to try and hold them up on those pillows, clenching in the glutes, the jaw, the shoulders. Can we just take in a deep breath? Let ourselves arrive. And again, you hear me say, if there is nothing else in your yoga practice but this, yoga is the union. It needs the yoke, that wooden bar that held those two oxen to go in a straight line together. It's the yoke that brings the breath and the mind and the body together. So that's your yoga practice. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The asana, the actual physical practice of yoga, is just to prepare the body for this moment so that it can totally relax.
Deb, can you speak
Yes.
just a
I
little
can. Okay, let me try one more thing because I didn't do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always, please, I'm not here for myself. Well, I am sort of, but is that better? Thumbs up? No? Good, okay. Good. So 5 more breaths, maybe deepening each breath in through the nose. If you feel you need to release any energy, any tension that's inside of you, please breathe it out your mouth. Otherwise, come back to a breath in and out the nose, beginning to quiet down the nervous system, beginning to prepare for your practice. And spine and body, everything is connected. So keeping our knees either supported on the pillows and the blocks or in constructive rest. We'll bring the arms beside the body. Squeeze in the shoulder blades, pick up the head, tuck in that chin just a bit into the throat. And on your in-breath with a small tuck into the pelvis, so you feel that low back now come onto the mat. Take that breath in and lift the right arm up to the ceiling and just let it float overhead, bicep by the ear. Doesn't have to come all the way down. just opening up the shoulders. Inhale, arm comes back up to the ceiling, reach through those fingers, and then slowly lower the arm down, palm by the hip. Nice. Other side, slowly, big breath. Arm comes up, fingers reach, we extend. And on the exhale, we let the breath go as that arm comes down. We're just going to alternate this just a couple times through your body, your breath. So let the arm come up on the inhale, release down on the exhale. Just feel into the shoulders. And again, it's all about the breath. So let the breath lead the movement. So big inhale as that arm reaches. Big exhale as you extend that arm overhead, reaching through the fingers. Let's take 2 more. Finishing that, both arms resting beside the body, both arms now up towards the ceiling, reach through the fingers, a bigger reach, like you could bring the arms right out of the shoulder socket, and then let them fall overhead. Now find the extension from those hip points through the shoulder points through the fingers. So deepening this, making it a little more active, arms up to the ceiling and arms slowly down. Let's take 3. Big lift, big breath, slow exhale. Last one, finishing it up. Full exhale as those arms come back down beside you, palms down. Again, squeeze in the shoulder blades, pick up the head, re-tuck in the chin, that little pelvic tilt, feel into the back spine. Take that right knee off of the pillow and draw it into the chest, to the outer chest. Good. So squeeze it in, interlace around either that hamstring or the shin. Taking a full breath as you massage all the organs on that right side. And then release that. Right knee comes down, left knee comes in. Squeeze it in. And then release. And with your next inhale, draw both knees into the chest. Hands lightly rest on top of the knees. Send those knees right and left, that V shape here. So open up the inner thighs, the groin. Again, you've got that tilt in the pelvis. And we're just going to circle. So the knees go back, the knees come into the chest. Working right into the hip joints. And then we'll circle it back the opposite way. And then we'll plant our feet on the pillows there and just kind of slide them to the bottom of the mat. Good. Pull the knees back into the chest. Take a rock from side to side. And then we'll open back up into a seated position. So again, I always like to prop my hips. Kind of opens the pelvic bowl. It kind of releases the low back. Right shin in front. Spine nice and long. We draw that belly in. Take the shoulders up to the ears and let them slide back down the back. Good. Hands rest lightly right on the thighs. So as you squeeze the shoulder blades back in, open up the chest, close down the eyes, just take a breath here. again, we land, we arrive, we breathe. Nice and easy. We bring the fingertips up to the top of the shoulders. The elbows go wide. So with those finger pads just resting onto the shoulders, this is where I tell our first responders, feel as if that's a mentor or a friend or a loved one holding onto your shoulders and saying, you don't need to hold the weight of the world on these shoulders. So relax the shoulders down. Relax the breath. Release the jaw. Soften the face. Take a full deep breath in and out. And we're just going to make simple shoulder elbow circles here. So you can make them as big or as large as you'd like. Again, those finger pads serve a purpose because you're feeling into the muscles that make the movement. And then reverse it. Take it the opposite way. And then come back, elbows wide. Now this time, see if you can take those elbows behind you just to open up the chest and the front of the shoulders. And then elbows come together in front of you. So we're going to keep a straight spine here, not the cat and cow move yet. Straight spine, belly in, ribs in. Just see, bringing this elbows forward. If you can open up through this back of the shoulder blades and then open up as wide as you can. And we'll take 5 with breath. So as you curl in, let all the breath go. And as you open, take in the full deep breath. 3 more. Nice. And with the elbows out wide, bring the hands to cactus. So the only movement now is the fingers come up towards the ceiling. Again, those elbows are wide. Keep the expanse here, right? Now we're just going to bring forearms together, but we're going to keep the elbows elevated, right? And big stretch through the back body. Release all the air. And then open, big breath all the way back up. So working the back of the shoulders as you round it in. And then as you open the chest, the pecs, the biceps. 2 more just like this. Each breath leads the movement. Good. The next time you have those forearms together, maybe see if you can press them together and bring the palms together. Right, this is hard. This is a big stretch through the shoulders. Lift the elbows up. Draw the belly and the ribs in. Just pause here for the breath. And then we'll move the hands to the opposite shoulders, just like you were giving yourself a big hug here. Squeeze in, lift the elbows up towards the forehead. And then back down to the chest. I think we did this yesterday, so nice, gentle opening for the shoulders. Last time as you lift the elbows up, pause there, release the hands, find those eagle arms. So whether you bring the forearms together, whether you wrap the wrists so that the palms touch, or whether you just hold on to the shoulders, find that movement, lift the elbows up, take the hands away from the body. Soften the shoulders now, release any effort that's here. Full deep breath in. As you exhale the breath, take the arms over to the right. So just a little slight rotation here in the spine. Pause there. Use your eye muscles to see how far back you can see. And then inhaling fully, we'll bring those arms back to the neutral position. Pause there. Deep breath in. Arms over to the left. So rotate left. As you get to that edge, maybe you use the eye muscles to continue. See behind you. And then draw it back to center and pause. Deep breath in. Lift the hands up towards the ceiling, a small arch in the spine. Send those elbows away from the body. So you feel the stretch in the back of the shoulder joint, an arch in the spine. And then we're going to draw those elbows in towards the belly, the hands down towards the mat as we curl and round, head coming towards the floor. So pausing here, feel the roundness in the spine, the opening through the shoulder blades, the space between the hip points and the floating ribs. Just scoop it in. And then inhale, rise back up. And one more time, draw it down. And then right back up. And then we'll cactus those arms back, open, big expanse. Let the arms fall slowly, and we'll just kind of cross out the legs. So again, reestablishing ourselves, our belly, our pelvis, our spine. Take the inhale, reach the arms up. And this time, and I don't know what we're going to call it, climb the rope. We're going to work all the way through a side body. So like you could reach for the blanket on the top shelf. Right hand reaches. And then we'll draw that back and we'll take the left hand. And if it helps you more to visualize climbing a rope, just move it side to side. Beginning to open up the intercostal muscles, side body. Keep the elbows back. Last one. Reach both arms up. Bring the hands to the shoulder tips. Send the elbows wide. Same sequence here. So again, maybe you close the eyes and feel the space. And then draw the elbows to center. Keep the spine long and the belly in. And then open up wide. And again. So move with your breath. Open the chest, round through the back. One more like that. Elbows stay high. And then let the elbows go wide, hands up. We form that cactus. Draw it in. So forearms touch in front of you and open it back up. A little bit of strength through those shoulders. We'll take two more. And the next time the forearms come together, pause there, lift the elbows, send the hands slightly away. Feel that opening in the shoulders. And this time, left arm's going to come under the right for your eagle, or hold your shoulders. Lift the elbows, lift the hands. Tuck in the ribs, tuck in the belly, take in a nice full deep breath. And then we'll just send the elbows over to the left. Pause. Continue the gaze with the eyes. And bring it back to center and to the other side. And pause. And without turning your head, just gaze back. Inhale back to center. Belly in. Lift the fingers, lift the gaze, arch through the spine. And then draw it in, elbows in towards the ribs, round through the spine, tuck that chin. Pause here for a full breath. And when you're ready for the inhale, elbows come up, fingers come up, reach up, arch the spine, just like your cat and cow. And last time, draw it back in. And bring it back up. Release your arms, open them back up wide to that cactus and slowly lower them down to the mat. Fingers just staying right on top of the mat. Take a deep breath in, press into those fingertips, lift the chest. Take in a full breath. Walk the fingertips back behind you. Another full breath, maybe a deeper back bend as the chest and the throat opens, the head goes back. And then walk the hands back outside the hips, re-straighten the spine, drop the chin to the chest. Roll right ear to right shoulder. Lift the chin and drop the chin. Roll it to center. Left ear, left shoulder, chin up. And then draw the chin down towards that shoulder. And roll the chin to the chest. And bring it back to neutral. And we'll roll over and we'll find our all fours. And I may need to adjust the camera here. So bring yourself to all fours. Make sure your blocks are up at the top of the mat. Your pillows off to the side for right now. And if you've used the towel, just set it away. Bring your blocks. We're going to try this to their lowest level if you're using them. And it's not necessary. I just want you to see the difference. So placing the palms flat on the block, spread the fingers wide. Big scoop into the belly as you come into your table, knees right underneath the hips. So a couple cat-cows here, but with lifted hands, you have a lot more room into the belly space. So find your cat-cow by tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. Inhaling, tailbone rises, chest rises. Just notice if that feels any better. And if it doesn't, just set the blocks off to the side. We're going to use the blocks here in our opening, so just enjoy the space. Good. Last time. Come back to that neutral table. Send the left leg back behind you. So I'm going to kind of scoot up a little. Rest on the ball of the foot. Square the hips up. Tuck in the belly. Lift the back leg. So all 5 toes point down so the hips are level. And you might even be able to use that left hand onto the sacrum to just slide that right hip down. Good. Full breath, your gaze is straight down, your belly is in. Press the heel away. And then exhale all the air as you draw the knee into the chest. Big inhale, extend out, heel goes out, hips level. We'll take 4 more. Bring it in. Inhale, sends it back. Nice and slow. Again, each movement being a full breath. Next time the heel goes back, keep that leg elevated. Again, just notice the leveling of the hips here. Take that heel, that foot of the right foot, send it over the left calf to the side off the mat. So we're coming into a side twist. Press into your blocks. Begin to turn the torso like you could go look over the right toes. Open up through the side body. Press back into your blocks and bring that leg back up, reach to the heel, then plant the ball of the foot down, send the heel away. So we're going to just do that toe to heel row, sorry. You've done it with me before. Heel goes back, calf engages, roll up to the tippy top, going through the feet, the arch, and the ankle. Take a couple, keep the belly drawn in. We're going to flip the toes when you're ready. So the next time you come up onto the tippy toes, come up, flip the foot onto its front side very lightly. Press it into the mat. Notice your breath, notice your belly here. And then send it back. Heel goes away, pause there for the calf stretch. Then we're going to take that back foot, swivel it so that the heel comes down. Moving into our modified half plank here. Swivel the left shin out to the side. Keep that left hand right on its block and rotate open to the right. So again, maybe the arm extends up. Maybe the arm extends back on a diagonal, a little bit of a deeper stretch. Yeah, nice. Arm comes overhead, bicep by the ear. Reach through the fingers and press down through that heel. Breathe right here into the whole right side body. Reach through the fingers here. Let the left ear just drop down. And on your next breath, as you reach through the fingers, take that arm up to the ceiling and back down towards your hip. Let's just roll through that shoulder up towards the ceiling with the inhale, exhale over the head. One more time, up and back down and up and over. Pause in the over. Again, reestablish that right heel. Bring the right hand to the back of the head. Open up that elbow. And then re-extend the arm up towards the ceiling. This is when you're going to have to use some core strength here. So you're going to press off that bottom hand, press up, and just like somebody's taking that top hand, they're just going to bring you up. Nice and slow, work through the spine. And then allow the right hand to slide down the right outer thigh. Left arm lifts overhead. Just pause here for the stretch on this side. Chest is open. Maybe the hand comes to the back of the head to just allow that elbow to come back a little bit more. Take the full breath. Re-extend the arm to the ceiling. Bring the hand back down towards that block. Nice and slow. Rotate the right arm up to the ceiling, overhead one last time, and then circle it over the head to the other block as you come back to your table. So move slow, hands on blocks, take a cat and a cow. Bring the big toes together, the knees wide, set those hips back. Maybe the hands stay on the blocks, but you slide the blocks forward, extended child's pose. Lots of room for the belly to drop down with the hands on the block, a little bit of a deeper stretch through those shoulders, dropping the chest down, just like our heart melting pose. Take a couple deep breaths here. Pressing our way back up Slide your blocks so that they're back underneath your shoulders, or your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Press into your blocks, scoop in your belly. Take a couple cat-cows. Opening the front, opening the back body. Again, use your breath. Continuing now, and maybe in this cat-cow, maybe you take a different couple options here to see what feels good in your spine. I'm going to flip around just for the camera. You just stay right as you are. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we'll extend the left leg back, draw in the belly, lift the back heel, flex the back foot, level the hips. So again, maybe the right hand comes to the sacrum just to level out that left hip, all 5 toes pointing straight down, pressing into your blocks, finding that space between the shoulder blades. Knee to nose. Draw it in. Inhale, send it long. Upper body stays nice and still. Belly in, knee comes in and extend. Knee in and extend. Last one. Draw it in. Send it out. Pause there. Here we'll take the left foot across the right calf. Just plant the ball of the foot down, draw the belly in, press into your blocks, and then just take that little side bend to look over towards those left toes. Keep the spine nice and long, the chest lifted, the breath smooth. One more inhale and exhale. Pick up that left foot, bring the left leg back, and then drop the ball of the foot down to the mat. So again, we're just going to start that rocking motion. So press back through the heel, roll up to the tippy toes. We'll work through that left foot, left ankle, left calf, and then come right back through. Working into the front of the foot. Next time you come up on the tippy toes, pause there, and then just flip the foot over, lightly resting on the top of the foot. A gentle press. Feel the stretch in the top of the foot, the top of the ankle. Full deep breath. Then come back, roll over the toes, send that heel back, pause there, feel the engagement of the calf. And then we'll just set that left heel down, swivel the right shin out to the side. Hand can stay right on that block. Left hand lifts as we open to the left. So find the opening, draw the hips in line. Arm extends up to the ceiling. Deep breath, arm extends overhead. So reach again, fingers, but press through that heel. Open up the chest. And again, some movement with breath. So as you inhale, arm extends up to the ceiling, floats down to the hip. Arm extends back up on the inhale and over. So take about 3. Next time the arm is overhead, bicep by the ear, hold there, reach through the fingers. Take the hand behind the head. Use that little bit of leverage here to send that top elbow back. Rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Draw in the hips, draw in the breath. And slowly re-extend that arm back up to the ceiling, reach through the fingers. And then we'll take that arm overhead, circle it around, hand comes back to that block, knee comes in, find your table, find your cat, find your cow. And this time, knees together, flatten out the feet so the toes press down, sink the hips back to the heels. Hands are on your blocks. Press the blocks away from you with your hands. Again, finding that full extension through the arms, the shoulders, the chest, and the spine. And just set the blocks to the side. Palms down. Let's work through our wrists. So flip the palms from the shoulder joint. Open. Thumb into the palm, 4 fingers around. Soften where you can soften. Draw those knuckles in towards the wrist. Out towards the top of your mat. Back in towards your wrists. Bring those knuckles together, side to side like a fist bump. Open up, send those knuckles right and left as the heel of the hands come together. Draw those knuckles back. Thumbs toward the body, the head. Then like again, we're pouring water in a pitcher. Send the knuckles away from you to the top of the mat. Then bring the hands to prayer. Bring the prayer to the back of the head, the back of the shoulders. Walk those elbows forward as much as you can. Begin to feel the stretch here through the lats, through that side upper body. And with the belly resting on the thighs. As you draw in the deep breath, feel the front ribs press on the thighs. As you exhale, feel the weight of the upper body lower and rest. As you take the next inhale, inhale through the back body, feel the back ribs separate and spread. And as you exhale, sink the hips maybe back just a little bit more. And on your next inhale, from that tailbone through the crown of the head, feel the entire spinal column. Find some space there as you take that big breath in. And relax as you take the breath out. And drop the hands back down to the mat. Slide them underneath the arms. Tuck the toes under. Press your way up to a forward fold. So whatever blocks you have right underneath you, just kind of set them aside. Let those arms dangle just a bit. Again, releasing the shoulders. Notice if you're trying to hold your head up, can you let the neck find some space, some room? Can you sway the hips? Can you begin, even with bent legs, to feel into the hamstrings? And keeping those knees bent, again, see if you can drop the belly onto the thighs, just to relax the shoulders and the head just a little bit more. We'll take another twist into the spine here. So the left hand just comes underneath the, I have a turkey pecking at the door here. Let the hand come underneath the head, left hand underneath the head. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. So nice little hamstring stretch here. And then arm comes out to the side, right arm comes up to the ceiling. Work through the wrist. As much as you bend that left knee, the greater stretch down the whole right leg. Reverse that wrist turn. Pausing that, flare the fingers as wide as you can, pinky away from thumb. Then draw it into a fist. And again, open and close. One more time, open wide. Then find a half bind. Bring the hand to the back body or to that far side waist. Press it in, find that chest rotation. This is so good for your spine, for your whole torso. Take in a full deep breath. Let it go. One more. Inhaling nice and full, the arm re-extends up, reach through those fingers. Exhale slowly, right arm just kind of drops back down underneath the face. Pause there, let both shoulders just dangle. Right hand's gonna press down on the mat or the block. A nice big bend into the right knees. We straighten that right leg. Press into that bottom palm. Left arm out to the side, left arm up. Open up here. Take a breath and circle through that wrist. Gaze can be straight down if that's better for your neck. Reverse that circle. Flare the hands, the palms, the finger joints. Draw it in. Once more. And then open back up, reach through the fingers, take a bend into the elbow, half bind here. So find that space that feels good for the back of the hand, press it into the body, rotate maybe just a little bit more open to the left. Keep a nice bend into that left knee, nice stretch into the right leg. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, we'll release, arm re-extends up, arm slowly flows down. Let the arms dangle, release the head. Take a moment, just interlace around the skull, not the neck, the roundness of the skull. Let the weight of the elbows draw some length from the upper trapezius through the back of the neck. Knees can be bent. If it feels good, just sway the hips. But again, the focus is just let the weight of the elbows bring some length. And then winding that down. Release the hands again to the mat, to the earth. Arms dangle to shake the head out. Gentle buoyancy in the knees. Coming back to center, we're going to walk the hands forward to find a downward facing dog. So we're going to spread those fingers as wide as we can. Press those palms down and away to release the weight out of the wrist. The feet can be hip distance apart. The knees can be bent. Press the palms away from you. Lift those hips as high to the ceiling as you can. Drop the chest and shoulders towards the thighs. And one at a time, release the heel, pedal it out. Draw the belly in. And again, notice the head. Let it fall. Gaze towards maybe the navel, even though you can't see it. Find that full deep breath. Come up high on the balls of the feet. Pause there. Then lower both heels down as you press the palms away. Chest drops. Inhale, come up high on the balls of the feet. Pause. Exhale, heels drop. Press the palms away. Chest drops. Last one. Up on the balls of the feet. Good. Take a big bend into the knees and look at your thumbs and walk your feet to meet the hands. Top of the mat. Take your time. Dangle here. Big breath. Hands to the shins. Half lift. So begin to extend from the tailbone through the crown of the head. As we pause here, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Notice how that takes the top of the shoulders away from the neck. Big breath. And then release and fold. Twice more. Hands either to the shins or the side of your feet. Press the tailbone and the crown of the head away from each other. Belly scoops in. Shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale and fold. Last one. Make it huge. Long spine. Chest lifts. Gaze is straight down. Release and fold. Bend the knees. Press into the feet. Hands to the outside of the ankles. Ride those hands up. The outside of the calves, the knees, the thighs. Release the arms out to the side. Release the arms up. Good. So as you release up, again, find all that extension. The hands are in prayer. Maybe there's a back bend as the hips come forward, but the back goes back. And come back to neutral, reach up, and then find a fold. Hands through heart center. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Release and fold. Hands to the front of the ankles, the calves, the thighs. Lift out, lift up. Hands together. Find the prayer in the back bend. And then return, take the fold. 2 more on your own. Anything that just moves the body with breath here. Taking your time. Meeting in that prayer Tadasana. Again, feeling into the foundation of the feet, the energy through the legs, the belly, the glutes engaged, the chest, the shoulders, and the face soft. Find a deep breath. On your inhale, arms out to the side. Reach the arms up. This time we're going to swan dive forward. So gentle bend into the knees, arms out, right and left, a straight spine, scoop the belly under as the hands come down, fingers in front of the toes, head drops. Halfway lift and fold. Plant the hands onto your blocks or your fingertips. Heel toe the feet a little more than hip distance apart. Good. Drop the heels in, the toes out. From here, just a nice gentle tuck into the belly. Squat down any amount. Spine is nice and straight. And then press your way back to that forward fold. Head falls. So big breath in. Take it down now as you exhale. Pause here. Press back into your blocks with your fingertips. Lift the hips back. Find the length. Hips to head. And then take it back one last time. And back up. And then option. Come into full Malasana or or hold a squat. And your squat can be held with your hips lifted, your hands using some of the body weight. Just begin to open up here, straight spine, gaze down. And then fold, head down, feel all the length. Let the arms again dangle from the shoulders, shake out the head. Now we're going to plant those hands down, drop the right knee down and the left knee down. Slip over onto one hip. A little bit of a transition here. Good. I know you can't see. Legs straight out in front of you. Just give them a shake. Flex through the heels like you could press them away. Flare the toes. Find some engagement in the quads. Let me see if that's better. Good. I'm going to figure this out yet. All right, engage the quads, the calves, spread the toes. Take a full inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Again, another fold, a seated forward fold. So the heart is reaching past the toes. Toes are spread wide. Wherever the hands land, let them land. Chest lifts, spine is long. Full breath. And then release hands to rest outside of the calves. Take one more inhale to just lift the heart forward between those arms. And then we're going to begin to slide back on the palms, palms coming back towards the heels. Once the hips. Once they reach the hips, we're going to begin to come on to the forearms. Lower down so the forearms and elbows are flat. Take a moment with a deep breath. Lift the heart, lift the chest, arch to the spine, let the head fall back to open up the throat. The head is supported by the upper trapezius here. No tension in the neck. Deep breath in the whole front body. And then slide it down as slow as you can. So the low back and the mid back, upper shoulders, all come down to the mat. Once you level out those hips and you feel the spine, draw the knees into the chest, give them a big squeeze so much that you can feel that tailbone maybe lift a half inch or an inch off of the mat. Again, just get the stretch in the low back. Let the knees go right and left, arms reach inside for the feet or the ankles or the calves. Lift the soles of the feet up, full happy baby. If it feels good to rock, you take that rock side to side. If it feels good to have one more stretch through the legs, you just take a leg off on a diagonal, let that heel lead the way, and then let the leg just drop open. It's effortless. Just breathe. If you're taking the leg stretch, you'll bring that leg back in and take the other. Let the heel lead on a diagonal. Let the weight of the leg fall open. Soften the shoulders, the face, and the breath. And then we'll draw that knee back and maybe take a rock in your happy baby. Drawing the big toe mounds together, the soles of the feet together, drawing those heels in down towards the chest. Pause in that floating cobbler. And then we'll just continue those heels dropping down towards the body. Again, pause as you draw the blades edge of the feet or the ankles in. And then release the blade edge of the feet to the mat. Knees right and left. Blocks or pillows outside of the thighs. You want the support so that there's effortless muscle movement here. Knees, the weight of the knees just fall open. You're not holding anything. Begin to feel the opening through the pelvic bowl. Again, the support of the spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades together underneath you to release the shoulders. Pick up the head, tuck in the chin. Press the hands on the body. And here's your arrive back onto your mat. You just close down the eyes. Feel into the breath. Feel the inhales as they lift the palms. Feel the exhale as everything softens. Inhale, palms rise. Exhale, the body softens. And just changing that breath up just a bit for our final relaxation. I invite you to join me for maybe a 3-count inhale and a 6-count slow exhale. Just breathing all the air out here. Take an inhale for the count of 3. In through the nose. Pause at the top. And release for 6, nice and slow. Let the body melt down. And inhale for the count of 3. Release and relax for the count of 6. Couple more on your own. Coming back to your own rhythm of breath. Release the hands to the outside of the thighs. Right leg long to the right corner of the mat. Left leg long. Arms extend away from the body. Again, maybe a slight tuck of those shoulder blades lifts the chest. Take that full deep breath in, and again, just let the body arrive and relax. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Again, with the luxury of time, pause your device, just turn it off and allow yourself a couple more minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you here. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Core day. Namaste.